If your nerves have not kicked in yet, then what are you on? And if whatever you're on, please pass it my way. My word, man, my word. It's a day to go, a day to go. And then we face Fiorentina in the Europa Conference League final in Prague. Thousands of fans are starting to descend upon Prague. Thousands of fans at home are planning what they're doing for the game. We're having a big event locally. Everyone's doing it all over the world, all over the country. It's an amazing time. It's an exciting time. And I'm buzzing. I'm absolutely buzzing. But equally, though, there's an element of nerves kicking in. The nerves are starting to beat all over my body. That I wouldn't be a West Ham fan if those nerves didn't happen. The thing is, though, we're in a final. We're in a semi-final last year. We're in a final this year, and it's starting to get real. It's starting to get real. I'm starting to see these like videos of montages of of West Ham's life, really the club's life, of winning the cups, of winning the European Cup Winners' Cup, and it gives you goosebumps. And it's talking about the journey to Prague, and you think all the way back to the Viborg game, and you think back to when West Ham had to play in the playoff to qualify for the Europa Conference League group stages, and how people thought, was it the right decision for us to be there and compete in this tournament? Now look at West Ham. Now look at the situation. You can only play what's in front of you 100%. And that is exactly what we've done. We are now in the Europa League final. David Moyes has got a few decisions he needs to make. He really, really does. A few of those decisions are going to be a case of who starts, particularly in midfield. Has anyone been injured? But I think one of the biggest decisions he's going to have to make is the battle between Fornals and Benrahma. So you've got one player who's been consistently starting most of the season. He's not been getting on that well over his career at West Ham in terms of his relationship, you could say, externally looking in from an outsider's point of view, in terms of Benrahma with Moyes. Moyes has been extremely critical of Benrahma, but Benrahma still goes and scores goals and assists goals. And I'm when he doesn't put the ball in the back of the net, and or it's his final third that sometimes lets him down. However, equally, he is very vital to West Ham's progression as a club. He's extremely pivotal as to reasons why we have progressed to the level we've progressed at. And as much as he's frustrating, and I understand he is frustrating, he's still an exciting player that can offer you some crazy dynamics during a game. What a penalty taker, what a clever footballer on the ball, can create something from nothing. But then equally on the other foot, gets himself into some dangerous areas and lets himself down on some of those occasions. But you do feel like he lives and breathes the club and loves the club and seems to have built up a nice rapport with a couple of those players in and around the squad. And then you've got Pablo Fornals. I mean, what do I need to say about the fornicator? The guy loves our club. The guy came into our club, and when we speak to some people close to the club, he took on an interpreter. He started to learn the language very quickly. He wanted to understand East London. He wanted to understand what West Ham was about, what the culture, what the history was about. And then as time goes on in his career as a player, you start to see interviews with the mainstream media, and he's sitting in and he's having pie mash and jelly deals, and he's just talking away, and he's having a bit of banter, and he seems to get the banter. And it's not very often you see an international player come over and understand the kind of local dialect and the local banter, and he seems to definitely get that. Listen, I've met the geezer several times, and I've got nothing but positive words to say about Pablo. I genuinely believe Pablo Fornals has a massively bright future at West Ham. I actually think he's got the potential to go on and be a starter moving forward for West Ham. And I'll tell you why in another video for another time, but I think you'll all know why. I think as long as we can make a little switch in and around the team, then I think Pablo will be a starter for West Ham. He's still young, still enthusiastic, he's still up for it. David Moyes has definitely coached in him the fight, the grittiness, the determination. And you can only but see that, what he brings to West Ham when he comes on the park. Not just when he comes on the park, but in particular, as of late, when he comes on as an impact. So this is me making my case for a particular player to start. And I never thought I would say what I'm about to say. But I think right now in this current system, what West Ham are playing, I think you need to play Benrahma against Fiorentina. I'll tell you why. You need the flamboyancy, you need the excitement, you need what he can potentially create. But if it's not working, you need the fight, the determination, the hard work that Fornals brings onto the park. And he has shown this season that he has been an impact sub. He has. Look at what he did against AZ Alkmaar. Look what he's done several times throughout the season. He has proven that he can be that impact sub. I actually think I would prefer Fornals being the impact sub than I would Benrahma being the impact sub. You can look at it both ways. You can look at it like, you know what, if you're a goal down, you're chasing a goal, you need someone creative to come on. But Fornals is also capable of doing that, but he gives you that bite and that determination in the midfield. What I really want to see is Benrahma start the game, because I think if you get him and Paqueta building up that rapport that we've seen them do this week upon week over the last couple of months, then that will definitely scare Fiorentina 100%. That will get, that will put the fear of God into them. And for this game, I would put Benrahma on the field and leave Fornals on the bench and bring Fornals 100% on the field at the relevant time. He's been a pivotal part, again, also why West Ham have progressed the way that we have. But what excites me about the future of these two players is I genuinely think they could play in the same team at the same time for the starting 11. Because I think you could put Pablo out on the left and you could put Benrahma through the middle. That excites me moving forward for the new season, but we're not there yet. We're only at the Europa League conference final. And that's why I think Benrahma starts. He builds up that rapport, that relationship with Paqueta. When he does potentially come off and you bring Fornals on, this is an ideal circumstances. He also has built up that rapport with Paqueta and other players down that left-hand side. And either way, whoever starts this game, if I'm being brutally honest with you, I don't care as long as they turn up and give 100%, because that is all we are asking for as West Ham fans. I'm beaten, man. My heart is beating right now thinking about this game. It's thinking about this game. There's no funny images. There's no stats or nothing like that. It's just from the heart, man. This is the biggest game. I've got major goosebumps right now even thinking about it. And I am sometimes tongue-tied. I'm sometimes stuck for words about what I want to say when it comes to this final. I've made my point for why Benrahma starts. If Fornals starts, so be it. I'm not going to be against it. I'm excited for him. I'm excited for whoever plays this game. They deserve it. We deserve it. We deserve it. For traveling, for going to the games, for putting through the heartache, for ruining your weekends, for ruining your midweeks, to changing your wedding day because West Ham are playing on that day, to changing some other family events because West Ham are playing on that day. And the incentive to win this final, Europa League qualification, Premier League safety, the future's bright, the future's claret and blue. What else can I say? Leave your comments in the comment section if you're new around here. Please hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up as well. If you're interested in becoming a channel member, hit the option. Come on, you bloody irons. We'll be back over the next couple of hours for some more content. Come on, you irons.